And we're back. And we have to talk to people. And we're going to see who the people are. And I might as well look it up in the map because the names mean nothing. The midwife... Yeah. I don't know if I want to talk to... Oh, there's so many people here. Outer Tassing. And nobody, of course, in the Abbey. Let's see Europe. Talk to the Pope about it. Outer Tassing. So I'll go there first because it is across the street. Basically. The Kreutzer House. Not sure if it was this one. Let me just make sure. No. How did I get over here? God damn. Sorry to bother. Can you just blacktail tell no? Fine. So I need to get up there. This is not... Oh, this is the way. Alban Bakery. Steiner House. Am I just going back to where I came from? I am. Shit, what? Right, so the road leads here. What? I'm here and that's there. How am I going to get there? Is it this house? It's just weird? I guess so. Veronica, Brigitte, Agnes. She's old. No insult to her, but it is a fact. Magdalene Druckerin, I didn't expect to see you today. How is your father? He's doing better today. He's not well, honestly. Oh no, I'm so sorry. He'll be in our prayers tonight. Ours as well. Now then, is there something we can help you with, dear? Agnes, you're fucking old. I have a small favor to ask. Oh, go on then, spit it out. If it isn't too much trouble, I'd like you all to recount what you remember of the revolt. I'm nearly done with my mural, but I need more details. I was so young, I don't remember much of that night. And in the back of my mind right now, I'm still thinking, why do you want me to stop the mural? It's not... I don't get it. Oh, for that project of yours in the rat house, I'm afraid I won't have much good to say about the matter, but all right. Come sit down, Magdalene. Don't worry about helping with the wreaths. It took me years to get the technique up to Mom's expectations, so you're better off not helping. Yeah, thanks. You always did fine, Brigitte. So, Magdalene, what do you need to know to finish the mural? I was hoping to ask you more about the revolt. All I can remember was the flames when the abbey burned. What part of the revolt? The abbot starving us out of house and home? Otto's murder? I doubt that would be a good painting. I thought the abbot of Curacao was acting in his rights. It seems like the abbot at Curacao wasn't on very good terms with Tassing. I thought there was an attempt to talk with the abbot. There was, until Otto was killed. After that, the monks shut themselves up in the abbey library. Meanwhile, that bastard abbot only ever cared for how many pfennigs he could get from us. Brigitte, don't forget to twitch the ends in. Can't have it looking like a Christmas hedgehog. I'm getting there, Mom. I've looked after Martin and the craft well enough, haven't I? I can manage this. Yes, well, after your father died, I've got no one left to nag besides you and that husband of yours. Thank God I have the both of you, as a matter of fact. Let an old woman have her vices. After that bastard artist got your father killed. You mean Andreas? I thought he was my dad's friend. Dad said that Master Mahler made some mistakes, but He was just seeking justice. You mean Master Muller? Dad said that none of that was his fault. Yeah, it wasn't my fault. Not his fault. Not only did he intervene into Tassing's affairs once, but to stick his nose in again? That man sneaked and dug up secrets best left to ground. And what did it get us? He accused my husband of killing a noble, of all things. And the Archdeacon... I didn't accuse him, really. I just said things. Mom... Lord forgive me, God forgive me, but I could kill that man if he wasn't already dead. Or, no, the Archdeacon. And then to come back and start a riot amongst the peasants. Oh, he deserved that fire. Mom, calm down. It was 20 years ago. And some of it came to good, right? After the Abbey took Attilia's house away, she stayed with you. Yes, that's true. God provided a place for her to live in Tassing. The Lord sees justice done in all things. He knows my Lucky's heart. I think justice is left to us. Did the revolt accomplish anything? Dad always says the townsfolk didn't stand with the peasants as long as they should have. I always heard that night was a slaughter. Why didn't anyone stop the peasants? Did the revolt accomplish? I sort of want to ask pushy questions because I'm personally invested, because I'm the one, she's blaming me for shit that I didn't really do. I'll try to stay neutral. Did the revolt accomplish anything? Well, the entire matter was a horrible, bloody mess, but did restore peace in Tassing by force. A shame it had to happen at all, I think. I knew the revolt was a bad idea from the start. And I also think, I haven't actually stopped to think about it too much, but I think, like, if the Abbey would not have burned down, then things might have changed because someone was taking money, and that was the reason for it. But then again, that the leader was shit. So it's probably better for everyone that there's no more Abbey here. I don't know. Old Warschla would be the only one to know what happened inside the old church now, before the fire. Some like to say things were always this bad, that violence was the only way, but it wasn't. Life got worse over the years. It wasn't like this when I was a child. None of my grandparents' time either. Sure, the abbot was pinching the townsfolk and the peasants were suffering, but to go against the church... Like you said, things weren't always so bad. We fought to make things right. Things got better in the end, right? Even if many people died. Well, the revolt didn't totally fail, did it? The abbot and the monks have left. It doesn't seem like things have gotten much better. I'd say, this is sort of true, but not really. The abbey may be gone, but Tassing has only traded one lord for another. The peasants were so angry over the abbot's perceived injustices, they thought they could make it right with even more injustice. Then the abbey caught fire, and everyone ran, but by then the soldiers had arrived to stop them all. That soldier even warned Peter, but nothing would stop him besides steel. So nothing got better at all? No, not as I see it. The Lord is just as severe as the abbot was, and threatens force at every turn. That's life. You can struggle and die to accomplish something, and nothing changes. The dead are luckier. They died believing they changed something. We're stuck with the harsh reality. This is all you've known, Magdalene. You've grown used to it. We all have. Let's see. Like I said, not the best piece for a mural, huh? Well, I want the mural to be as accurate as possible. Then I'm never setting foot in the rot house again. Oh, hush, Veronica. I'm sure Magdalene will paint it beautifully. I sort of feel like like I've said many times, that maybe this event should be hidden in there somewhere, but not portrayed to sort of cut open wounds every day people walk in there and talk. It creates a sort of atmosphere that doesn't bode well for a community. Good luck, Magdalene. Maybe like a memorial for soldiers and people lost, and that's it. And then you're done with the thing. That's how, at least in the Western societies, that's how people move on. Take their shit to the grave with them. Christmas Eve. Okay, who's next? We are going to, what, there's only two? I thought there was more. I guess everybody, or I guess a few people were in the same place, so that sort of did it. So I'm going to go to the Gertner farm first, and then I'm going to go to the Golden Inn. I don't know what to think. There's so much going on. My little brain is hurting. Here we go. I guess I can talk to all of them as well. Nice. Do I have to ruin the day? I guess I do. Hello, Magdalene. I would have thought you'd be working on the mural today. What brings you here? I would like to sit with you and ask how you remember the rebellion so that I can paint it, if that's all right. That was a sad time, and I'm just thinking about the last option I took. It sucked. I should have taken the Saints. If it will help you memorialize those we lost in the revolt, yes, I'll answer a few questions. I don't mind. I was a little older than you, so I probably remember more, Magdalene. Of course, Magdalene will tell you all you want to know. I've been looking forward to seeing the mural for some months. Come now, sit with us. I like these. Now that you're all settled, what did you want to know? Did the revolt have anything to do with the other murder that happened in Tassing? Oh, the murder of the Baron, you mean? No, not really. I only remember that Andreas attempted to be a peacekeeper in both situations. I suppose that's when things started going poorly. Oh, poor Agnes. Lucky was a strong man. She's still heartbroken over the matter. I spoke with her. She blamed Andreas for Lucky's death and said that he caused most of the rioting. Agnes loved her husband. She'd never see him as capable of doing anything wrong. I can't say that Andreas was wholly uninvolved with Lucky's sentencing, but he only helped the peasants during the revolt. Seriously, guys, fuck. I think I didn't even... What I said to myself was, all right, well, he's strong enough to do it. I think that was the thing, and everybody had motives, so it wasn't really that special. And I gave info on everybody, so I didn't really... I think I was like the opposite of... I did such a shitty job at it that I had nothing to do with anyone getting convicted. That's my defense, Your Honor. Yes, it was really only after the Baron's murder the abbot became so severe. I'll bet he blamed the Baron's murder on Tassing and the Abbey's failures, too. I don't know about any of that, but his taxes and restrictions and his attitude toward us became harsher after that. It was all we could do to live by them. But it eventually became too much. Even with all the restrictions, was the revolt really justified? I keep hearing conflicting stories about how it began. I know things were bad for the peasants, but was it worth all the loss? I thought the peasants stormed the abbey unprovoked, and the Landsknecht had to be called in. Agnes blamed Andreas for starting the revolt. Is that really true? I thought the peasants stormed the abbey unprovoked, and the Landsknecht had to be called in. Unprovoked? Was it really? I don't know. That's not how it happened. He wasn't there at all, was he? He's just some well-to-do noble who hates the idea of peasants having anything. Now, Ursula, let's not be un-Christian in the matter. There were so many other revolts going on at the time, and Kershaw was not an uninfluential abbey. Sin abounded on all sides, and I won't deny that many mistakes were made that night, but we did everything we could to keep things from getting violent. But the Lord had other plans. I remember how sick and hungry I was all the time. Grandpa kept saying it hadn't always been like that. All was fine until Hannah, Nico's wife, killed Otto because she feared what would happen if the abbey shut down. Yeah, that's not exactly what happened either, I don't think. That's all. I'll take responsibility for that. Well, my husband wouldn't let that rest. We all wanted justice. When that soldier arrived and threatened us, all the townsfolk pulled away except for you and Ulrich. No, Clara, I'm afraid even I was intimidated and begged Ulrich to leave the matter be. My husband alone stood with the peasants. Why did all the peasants revolt anyway? So many people died. They must have known it wouldn't succeed. Well, this is number one. Dad always talks about how he regrets that choice. That's why he wanted to paint the mural. Could the revolt have succeeded if the townsfolk didn't pull away? I'd say he regrets the choice. Your father is unique in that regard. Most of the other townsfolk see the revolt's failure as proof that it was doomed from the start. Truly, if the entire town banded together, we likely could have succeeded without violence at all. By then, we were so starved and wanted justice so much, Peter truly thought success was possible. Now, at this point, what I would start thinking about doing, or what I would do is, I would turn this around into showing what Christ would do in the situation where I would paint, the final mural piece would be of him giving food to the peasants and taking care of them, and then refusing money in a sense where he would, I would somehow portray how money did the whole thing, or money was at the sort of, not the evil in everything, but that sort of that greed should be put aside if there is room for, if there's food for everyone, you should give it to them regardless of money. I think that's like a really great way of maybe portraying that, or in general just portraying everything, is to not get stuck in the details, but demonstrate the actual way forward, give some actual solutions. So there was still some discussion. Ulrich and Andreas wanted peace. Then that fucking Miller protected that bitch. He always hated us, though he was better than us. I thought he was better than us. Ursula, language. What, Mom, is true? Lennart even shot Ulrich out of nowhere. It was unprovoked. Yes, Lennart always did hate the rest of the townsfolk, and he wanted to take advantage of anyone he could. My husband sought peace to the last. He was a martyr to us. I think the Miller shot Ulrich to retaliate, but after that, Peter couldn't be stopped. I don't actually remember exactly how it happened, because I was just in shock of all the bullshit that I had just created, like burning down the mill. Oh, we'd lost too much. The burning of the abbey was a grim night, and the soldiers coming in. Our men fought to protect us, to protect Tassing, and many died in that fight. But we got rid of the abbot and all the monks at least. Yes, and that is some comfort, if only a little. It's a shame that things usually end up in a very simplified way when the truth is a little bit more complicated, I guess, but in this case, everything was fine except for Guy. Guy was the whole fucking reason. Are there any heroes of Tassing I should memorialize? Dad, definitely. Peter always wanted the best for Tassing, even if he acted rashly by setting fire to the abbey. I hope you can portray him in the best light, Magdalene. I think I have a problem with a guy who burns books when he had an option not to do it, and then he was pushing the whole thing. He was, yeah, like, two people at fault are him and Guy in a sense, and I think I'll just avoid it if I can. I'd rather not talk about that night anymore. I hope we provided enough insight for your work. You did, thank you. I'll let you get back to work. Thank you, Magdalene. I'm certain the mural will be beautiful. Don't bet on it. It's going to be the weirdest piece of art garbage that you have seen. I hope she's at least going to paint it right or beautifully, but then the whole idea sort of deflated on me. Where to next? The Golden Hand Inn, right. So he's probably not going to be too happy to talk about this, maybe because of the wife thing and everything, but I don't know. It is interesting. I love winter. Oh, these guys. Hans. Oh, Boyslav. Yes, yes, him. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, Boyslav. I have an odd question for you. Oh? When I was exploring the Abbey for the mural background, I stumbled upon some stray cats. Yeah, so I was thinking it was like a big guy. So it might be just him going around looking at, old things and stuff. It might have not meant anything, who knows, but... Were there a lot of cats during your time? Ah, yes, as a matter of fact, there were. There were always cats around the Abbey, but one summer they started begging for food. Persistent little creatures. Brother Lucas swears he never fed them, but I have my doubts. Well, they seem to have made the Abbey their home now. Good for them. At least someone is making use of that old structure. Thank you for telling me, Magdalene. Be well, Voslav. God bless you and your father, Magdalene. Oh, shit. Learn the mystery of the cats. Can you tell me something more? No? I guess I need to talk to everybody. Jutta. Oh, hello, Magdalene. Hello, Magdalene. How's the weather? We've been prepping for the feast in here all day. Fresh and brisk. Perfect for a walk. Oh, better you than me. I'll stay in here where I can keep my fingers warm. You better keep your fingers out of my dough, Master Bauer. I didn't do anything. You snuck your little fingers into my cookie dough 3 times today. Euphemism. Do it again and I'll wrap your knuckles with the back of my spoon. Don't anger Mistress Matilda, Simon. Yes, sir. Sorry, Mistress Matilda. We need enough dough to make cookies for the entire town. You can't be eating it all. Anyway, what did you come in for, Magdalene? I was hoping you could tell me what you remember of the revolt. I was too young to remember much of it. No one ever seems to talk about it, and Mistress Matilda and Master Boyslav, you two are the only ones left who used to live in the Abbey. The only ones who stayed, anyway. Matilda and I had been friendly enough with the people in town. We put it behind us in time. You can imagine the other brothers had little reason to remain. Old Adok made it out. I think Father Gernot paid for him to go back to an abbey in Cornwall. Ferenc joined the Dominicans and became an inquisitor. I've seen him around these parts over the years. Thomas turned him friendly enough considering his vocation. I'm not sure what happened to the others, all gone in any case. But the whole thing is a sensitive subject, Magdalene. Why are you asking? I want to honor everyone who fought in the revolt in the Rathaus mural. I want to portray the event truthfully in the mural. So I'm trying to hear everyone's account of events. I talked to some of the others in town, but all the stories seem to conflict. I want to hear your perspective so I can paint the mural. There was so much going on that night. No wonder everyone remembers it differently. Wait, Magdalene, here. Come cut out cookies with me first. That way we don't fall behind while we chat. We'd be grateful for the help. All right, Magdalene. Cut out cookies for the dough and set them aside so Simon can put them on the tray. Simon is that dude who sticks his fingers. We'll need a good number in a variety of shapes, so don't hesitate to change which cutter to use. So am I only going to get this one pallet? We have to have enough for the whole town after all. Okay, bird. Oh shit. Okay, let me release. Maybe... Alright, I'll do one-line birds. Why not? Oh, the beak is out. Whoops, the beak is out again. Shit, this is fucking hard for... I don't do cookies, man. I'm leaving so much unused. Maybe not. Do one line of each. Whoops. What? God damn it. I think the tail is not in the... I can't waste this last piece, man. Come on. Oh, I should have done this way, maybe. Yeah. What? Why not? Why are you being so difficult? That's perfect, man. Okay, fuck it. What would be the best way to do this? Like this and then the other way, maybe? Let's try it. There. Oh no. I messed it up. And that's not even the best way to do it, I don't think. Man, I'm not cut out for this. And that is a pun intended. Come on, man, give me the... Alright, so with this one, I would imagine, because I've really messed that up, it would be, that's not going to work. Let's try that. There, and I can't fit one there, but I can fit one here. And then I can't fit one there because I messed up that one. I'll just do this and then see if I can fit more, but I'll try to get enough of all the shape. God damn, that sucks. The last one. Alright, fine. Oh, there we go. Circles. I think this would have been awesome to take more time with, probably. Oh, and I didn't see those. Acorn, an angel, and a bird. So I'm sure there might have been a better way to do this, like using all the different shapes. I would love to be good at puzzles like that. But I'm really not. I'm just fucking about now. Yeah, this sucks. Alright, a few more birds. come on, man. Is that it? Can I... Are you done? Yeah, I think so. These look wonderful, thank you. You can make more if you want, but it looks like we have enough. I think we're fine. This is like the worst sort of... there's more than half remaining. You can always make it again, but I like trying to save stuff. I think that's good for now. Thanks for helping, Madeline. Now give me data. We better keep going if we're not going to have everything ready for the procession tonight. So what can we tell you, Mags? I heard the Landsknecht came into town before the revolt and warned everyone to leave the abbey alone. Could things really have been talked out, or was it too late by then? So in reality, things could have been talked out because we know where all the money was going. Bad leadership, basically. But I don't think the abbey would ever, or the abbot would have ever left his position. But at least I think he might have eased up on the money, and he might have made Guy eat shit. Why didn't anybody listen? They were trained soldiers, and they killed so many people. Yeah, why didn't anybody listen? Because they were starving. Could things really have been talked out, or was it too late by then? There were some people who wanted to talk. Master Mahler worked hard to keep the peace, but after Otto was killed, and Andreas, a shame how he died. We at the monastery were fond of him. Funny, Agnes hated him for what she called meddling. Clara said she and the other peasants felt the same way. Dad said he was instrumental in keeping the revolt from getting out of hand. He regrets not standing by him. Yeah, I'll try to sort of push the positive agenda and then see if anybody forces back and maybe shows me my mistakes. Yes, he was. He had a personal dinner with the abbot to try and discuss things, I believe. A pity they couldn't come to an agreement. Yes, Andreas did a lot of good for Tassing, and Kershaw too, even if the old abbot failed to admit that. He even revealed corruption in our own midst. The old prior Ferenc had been doing witchcraft in the church. I still grieve that he died in the abbey fire. I know your father does too, Magdalene. But wasn't the revolt in general justified? Would it have been best to leave the matter alone? It sounds like no one should have opposed the abbey at all. I think the revolt was, in general, it was justified. Yes, I think so. We couldn't even collect in the forest without a fee. Dad kept saying we couldn't live with higher and higher taxes. The night Otto died, the abbot was trying to excommunicate everyone for celebrating St. John's Eve. A lot of people thought the abbot killed him in revenge. Turns out it was Hannah, the innkeeper's wife. I still say she was pressured into it by the miller. So yeah, it wasn't Hannah. Yeah, that was a weird one. Because I don't think I had any clue in the second one, if I recall. Still, after Otto and Ulrich, that was too much. We burned the mill with both bastards inside. The abbot promised to help Andreas find the person who killed Otto. All we wanted was to talk. But didn't you say that you just burned down the mill? But the abbot ordered the Landsknecht to stop you. You mean no one was supposed to burn the abbey down? Why would anyone want that? We sought justice, not murder. It was too much for Peter. Lennart was one thing. He just killed Ulrich, but to burn the abbey... But when the Landsknecht saw the fire, they thought they had another revolt on their hands. Even Father Gernot couldn't stop them. We all fled. Brother Florian saved as many as he could. Peter was wrong to burn the Abbey, but what the soldiers did, that was awful. Dad died protecting me, stabbed in the chest. I don't even remember what he was wearing, but I remember how dark the blood was when we found him. Almost black and sticky like what? Trachel? Tar? Dad socked one of the soldiers in the face, but another was right there. And Magdalene, can we stop talking about this? Yes, thank you for talking to me. I'll do my best with the mural. Good luck. We'll see you at the procession later. So I feel like the best mural was in the burnt down abbey that we just saw. Maybe it was a little crude, but it depicted things. It actually, come to think of it, it might have depicted things accurately, which means that whoever did it, knew everything that happened, basically. But I didn't pay enough attention then. Some of it is in my memory, but weird. Cookie cutter. Time to go to the Commons for the Perchtenlauf. Is there really nothing else? No. That's enough. All right then. So I'll leave this here, and now I guess things are going to start unfolding in a sense where we'll see if there's more murdering. I feel like the murderer is starting to, risk a little too much. I have no idea what their motive is, but we'll figure not everything out next turn or next time, but at least something, I think. So I'll see you there.